Niggas online. Alright. One, two, three, four, five. How's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and I'm here with more. Damn, I forgot the name of this. Whatever. The One Piece review series that I'm doing. Oh, reviews slash whatever. I'm just talking about One Piece for a certain amount of time, and it's been a little bit, probably like a week or two. But I'm here now with more of this specifically, and today I'm going to be talking about Amazon Lily. And funnily enough, right, this arc, like currently, as I'm rewatching the show, like besides Wano, which I'm all caught up with, like I'm watching it right now every time it comes out. This is the arc that I last saw and completed from pre-time skip, but I remember very little about, even though it's 14 episodes long. Like I remember it good enough to be like, oh yeah, this is what happens, but not in major detail. So once I finish this video, I have to finish Impel Down and Marineford so I can make those videos because I haven't rewatched them fully yet. I've been taking a break from it. But if there isn't a new One Piece review for a while, that's why. So I gotta catch up and do those again. And then I'll be fully caught up with one. Well, no, Fishman Island. Never mind. I have 3 arcs left until I'm completely done with like rewatching it. And before I start this, there's Amazon Lily, Impel Down, Marineford, and Fishman Island. So 4 arcs before we're done with this, the pre-time skip. Then I can go on to the post-time skip, which is gonna be like literally hour-long videos every video, split into multiple parts. It's gonna be horrendous. I promise you. But yeah, Amazon Lily, right? In the anime, it's 14 episodes long. In the manga, I don't even know how many chapters it is, but hopefully it's short. And basically, the arc picks up where we last left off. The next Impel Down and Marineford are all gonna pick up like that. They're all gonna pick up immediately where we left off, and that's where, and where we left off. Oh, excuse me, was Luffy being flying across the sea because Akuma sending him away from Sabaody Archipelago, and he's being sent to Amazon Lily, and we'll get to the name and why it's called that in a second. But he lands on this island after being sent here. Don't worry about the names. I forgot to finish this. But yeah, he lands here and he's looking around. He's like, alright, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go find my crew, or we gotta go back to Sabaody after taking that major L. And so he's trying to build a boat. He builds one and he tries to get out. But what he doesn't know is that he's in a calm belt. So it's really tough to get out of here, basically. And alright, give me 1 second, okay. Basically, there's no current, so he can't really get out. So his ship gets destroyed, and he's like, alright, well, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat something. And since he doesn't have Sanji, he doesn't know what to eat. So he finds a bunch of mushrooms and eats them, not knowing that they're poisonous. They're gonna kill him. And so he's over here dying, and then a couple of people show up on him. A couple of females, excuse me. They pull up on him and like, oh, this person is dying. We gotta help her. Keyword on her. They think that Luffy's a girl. And there's a reason. So they bring him back to where they are, where they reside. And they help him out. They pull off all the mushrooms that were gonna kill him, because if they left him on, what's it called? They would suck all the life force out of him and he would have died. But they bring him back, and he's there. He's just chilling. He's still unconscious, and they're like, all right, let's what's it called? Let's give him a bath, or give her a bath. I mean, and to do just that, one of the they have names. All right, so where are they? Okay. So the main one that finds him is Margaret. Weird spelling. Then you have the biggest one, like mass wise, is Sweet Pea, and then you have the tallest one, Aphelandra. Those are the three that show up to find him. Then you have Belladonna, who helps him. What's it called? Takes the mushrooms off, and they bring him back. They're giving him a bath, not knowing that he's a man. And since he's naked, they look down and see, you know, the wee wee, the pee pee, the dog, the dong, all that. And they're like, oh, look at that. There's still a mushroom here. We need to pull it off. And one of the one of the oldest people on this island, an old lady, she's like, please, that is a man. We need to detain him because she's the only one that has ever seen a man before. And what's it called? Now realizing Amazon Lily is called Amazon Lilies because this is an island filled with a woman, and only woman, which is the reason for it. But anyways, so Luffy wakes up in a prison or in a cage in the middle of Times Square, or not Times Square, in the middle of the island, and they're just looking at him in wonder because now he has clothes on, which you know have frills. I think that's what they're called on him because they're used to making clothes for women, not men. So he's just there, he's just sitting there, and he's acting like himself, and they're in bewilderment because they think that this is how all men act now because of the way he's acting. And so now he's just sitting there chilling, and he's asking where his stuff is. And now they're getting all defensive because he's acting really weird. Well, not weird, but more like somewhat aggressive because he thinks that they robbed him. But they get their weapons ready, and he's like, all right, I need to chill. So he escapes, and he takes Margaret with him. So what's it called? She can give him his pants, because that's where the Viver card is, which has Ace's stuff on it, which also has the way back to Sabi Archipelago. So he gets there. They chop it up a little bit. They're getting closer, building that bond, you know. And my bad. Here it is. So on the main island, or not main island, main part of the island, they realize, oh, the queen of the island is coming back. We need to help. We need to find him and eliminate him before she sees him. And so now they're on the search for him. And now this is where things start to get a little bit foggy because there's a little bit in the middle. I remember this. I remember Margaret getting too attached to him. She worries that she's gonna get too attached, and he's gonna like him. And now she's attacking him. Yep. And all the Amazons have found him. All right. Okay. Now I remember some of this. So basically, if you didn't hear while I was reading it, Margaret is getting too attached, so she knows. All right, I have to kill him. If I get too attached, I know it's gonna be a detriment, because these are warriors. Even though like it's all women, they're still warriors. Which I guess is like I don't know if I don't know if I should say even though they're all women, because that's like it sounds kind of bad. Like yikes. um, whatever. Um, they're all warriors, so they worry first and foremost about their queen. And Margaret does this in mind by attacking him. And so now this alerted all the Amazons, well, warriors, I guess, to go to Margaret. She has him, and so he started doing that, and he hightails it out of there. Luffy gets out of there, and now we cut to Boa Hancock, the pirate princess of Amazon Lily, who is also a warlord. So now we've seen, let's see, Crocodile, out of the warlords. He's not a warlord anymore. Um, Doflamingo, that's one. Jinbei, not a warlord anymore. Doesn't matter. We haven't even seen him yet. Anyway, that's a spoiler. Um, what's this dude's name? Gecko Moira, Kuma, and now Boa Hancock. All right, there's three more. Oh wait, well, I forgot his name. Oh my gosh. Hawkeye. Mihawk. Mihawk. There you go. All right, that's. I think that's 4 or 5 around there. But yeah, we've seen 5 so far. But yeah, so she's coming back to the island after having a meeting and all that, and a marine, what's it called, vice admiral, I think. He comes up and he's like, "Yo, we need you at Marineford immediately, because if we don't have you there, things are gonna be bad for when Whitebeard shows up." And if I don't know if I've ever mentioned who Whitebeard is, but well, I probably have to if I've mentioned. Oh, my controller's about that. Tough. Okay, so Whitebeard is important. I'll just say that one of the 5 emperors of the sea right now. He's important, and since Ace is an Impel Down in prison, what's it called? Actually, let me rephrase that. Whitebeard is going to attack Marineford, right? Marineford is one of the most important Navy bases in the world. The reason is because of the fact that that Ace isn't Impel Down, going to be executed. And since Ace is a Whitebeard pirate, like one of the top dogs, he can't have that. So the Navy knows that he's gonna come. It's not even a question of like a matter of time. It's the question of how strong will we be compared to him. They're pirates. They're strong. So we need everything. We need everybody on deck, strapped up to the teeth. And so they're bringing all the warlords, everybody, to Marineford for the execution. In case it happens. If he doesn't come, then that's great for the Navy. But if he does, it's gonna be all-out war. And so they're telling Boa Hancock to come, and she's like, "No, I don't want to." And they're like, "All right, I mean, we'll wait for when you do, but just know that you will. And if you don't come, that it's gonna cause problems for your marine or damn warlord status." So she's like, "All right, whatever." So she goes back to Amazon Lily, and now what's it called? With Luffy everywhere, not dead, and they're still on the hunt for him. This is causing huge chaos, like a lot of chaos. And so she gets there, back in her castle. Everybody's, "Oh yeah, nice to see you." Blah 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 blah. There's no problem going on. What are you talking about? Ha ha ha. And blissfully unaware, she doesn't know that. One, two. Okay. She doesn't know that this man that she's gonna meet is gonna change her life forever. So, 4 or is it 3? It's 3. Okay. So, Luffy, in all of his Luffy fashion, shows up to her room because he's being chased by all the what's it called, the Amazonians, and it just so happens that he shows up while she's taking a shower, and she knows who men are, so she's not blissfully unaware. So this is bad. This is really bad for Luffy. So what's it called? One thing that I forgot to mention, since she's taking a shower, there's people guarding her. Not because like, oh, it's a woman's sanctity, even though I mean it is, but there's there's a saying in Amazon Lily that if you stare at the princess's or queen's back, you'll be petrified because she's known as like a Medusa type thing. So if you ever stare at her back, you'll be frozen, petrified. And Luffy does that, but he's not petrified. So he finds out the truth that she just has a gnarly scar on her back. I can't believe I said gnarly. So now that he knows her secret, he must be executed. But since, you know, they're a warrior tribe, they're gonna have him fight in the pit against two of the best warriors on the island, which are, what's it called, the Queen's Guard. And Luffy, being the sauce don that he is, he does, alright, bet, I'll do it. I'll clap all of you. And so he's there, and now he has to fight against two people. In a pit, where Spike falls all at the bottom. Against two giant women that have devil fruit powers that could turn them into snakes. And so... Damn. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Blah 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 blah. Like, yep, I got that right. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I forgot. In the pit, there's also, what's it called? A giant beast thing. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat you, raw, type thing. So that's also bad. But yeah, so Margaret, I forgot she did this actually. Margaret and her people, well, her friends, try to stop the princess because they're like, please, he's not that bad of a guy, I promise you. He's chill, he's cool. And Boa Hancock, you know, not knowing that this guy would change her life forever, petrifies them. Because even though her back didn't petrify them, doesn't mean that she can't do it. Because that's her devil fruit power. And so she petrifies them. This gets Luffy angry because, like, aren't those your comrades? Why are you doing this to him? And she's like, blah 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 blah. They defied me, but now you must die. And so her sisters, basically, are the best warriors, or two of the best warriors besides her, on the island. And so my bad. All right, they're fighting him. They can use haki, so this is really bad for Luffy because he doesn't know what haki is. None of us do either. Margaret mentioned it, but we don't know what it is. And so they're fighting him with haki. He's getting kind of beat up, but Luffy, being the smart tactician that he is, or battle tactician that he is, he's moving, he's dodging, he's swassing. And one thing that I neglected to mention was that, what's it called? Damn, what's her name? Boa Hancock, or Hancock, isn't the only one with that thing on her back. Those scars. Her sisters do as well. So Luffy's getting the upper hand that he's gonna knock them into the pit, both of them. But one of them gets knocked out, while the other one is about to fall into a pit, right? And Luffy, remembering that nobody's allowed to see the back of these three people's, or what's on their back. These three people, they cannot see what's on their back. No one is allowed to. He saves her by covering her back and by saving her as well. And she's like, "Why are you doing this?" And he's like, "I remember you. I remember you was conflicted." And that's it. What's it called? I remember you saying that nobody's supposed to see your guy's back, so I want to make sure it doesn't happen. Nobody will see your back. And Boa, being really impressed by this, by the fact that he remembered that, and B, that he actually did it, she's like, "Alright, you know what? I think you're alright. I'll save your friends." Well, the people that she petrified. She does it. It's like the end of the SpongeBob movie where Mr. Krabs, what's it called, is reverted back from being turned to stone. It's like that, basically. Everybody's having a good time, and it's like, alright, lit, you know what? This guy's pretty cool. Let's have a feast. And so they throw a feast for him, and everybody's having a good time. Luffy's in the middle of it all, having a great old time. You know, like all the way back in Thriller Bark when they had that crazy feast where everybody was just having a great old time. It's like that, but they don't know how to like party like Luffy does. So he's showing them like, yo, get wild, get crazy, make stupid funny faces, have a good time. Don't be so sophisticated. What's the fun in that? And so they're all just they start matching his energy and it just turns into complete chaos. And everybody's just having a good old time. Yeah, what's it called? Boa comes down with a sickness, right? A sickness, a love sickness. Because she's starting to fall in love with Luffy. Every time that he shows up in front of her and he does something Luffy like, she falls deeper into his trap of like blissfully not knowing that this man would impact her life forever. I know I've said that multiple times, but it's true. And you'll see why. Um, so Luffy goes up to the princess like, alright, this was fun and all, but I gotta go, like I gotta get to my people. And then the old lady that showed up all the way back in the beginning, she's like, alright, so I know who you are, right? You're Monkey D. Luffy. You're important. And he's like, oh, alright, cool, you know who I am. And then she's like, do you have any family, perchance? I was like, oh yeah, my brother Ace, right? Ace, Ace. He's gonna be executed in a couple days. Like, huh? What do you mean he's gonna be executed? And then she shows him, what's it called? The newspaper thing that she got from outside, and it shows Ace was captured by Blackbeard, a new warlord. And so this is horrendous, right? This is horrendous because Luffy checks his Reaver card for Ace and sees, oh no, my man is dying. He is going to die. I have to go save him. And B, the old lady tells him like, oh, alright, I'm the oldest princess of Amazon Lily, so I hold some sway over this, and I'll help you. What's it called? And so they're chopping it up like, yo, I need to go save Ace. And Hancock, who, what's it called, is still sick. The old lady goes up to her and she's like, bro, you can cut the charade. I know what's going on with you. You're in love. And then she's like, oh, I am. And then he's like, yeah, I know you like Luffy. I was like, oh, goodness. And so things are going crazy over there. But Luffy's like, please, Hancock, I need your help. Obviously giving her a nickname that I'm not going to mention because it's just like, alright, whatever. It's better to watch the show. And she's like, alright, I'll help you. What's it called? Accepting the offer that the Vice Admiral offered her to go to Marineford, but first going to Impel Down. And so that's the next mission. Going to Impel Down, the next arc. And that's where Amazon Lily mostly ends. Besides that, it's just them saying goodbye to the people on the island. And Hancock going by herself, basically. Her smuggling Luffy into Impel Down. And that's the next arc. Now it's just gonna take about a week to get to Impel Down from where they are, which is Amazon Lily. And so now, next time I do this video, or another installment for this series, is gonna be on Impel Down. So yeah, Amazon Lily, great arc for how short it is. It's honestly really good. I enjoyed it so much. It's just like, One Piece. The pacing for the anime isn't great, but for it being 14 episodes, honestly, I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed the female island. I thought it was a cool idea. I enjoyed Boa Hancock. The way that they redeemed her character for her just showing up to be a monster. Well, more like someone who opposes Luffy's ideals at first, but not really. She just has to put the face of an emperor up, or not emperor, queen up, because she's the queen of the island. If no one's gonna hold face, then she has to. So it's understandable why she was doing the stuff that she was doing. And then the relationship that she has with Luffy, where he doesn't care, not because he doesn't, well, like because he doesn't try to care, but because he just he's oblivious, and her just liking him a lot. What's it called? Absurdly so. It's so funny. It's great. I enjoy that. I honestly, everything in the arc, I just enjoyed it. It was great. It was short and it was concise. If it was any longer, it would have been really boring. But I'm glad that it wasn't, because it did what it did, and it moved on to the next arc immediately. And the next arc is gonna start immediately after this one. So it's gonna be punch after punch after punch. It's crazy. But yeah, that's mostly Amazon only. I mean, it's an enjoyable arc. It serves what it needs to do. I'm definitely giving like a 7 or 8 out of 10 for what it does. On a worst day, it's a 7. On the best day, it's an 8, 8.5. So yeah, I enjoyed it. You guys should check it out. I could give some clips, but it's not really like there's nothing much happening here, so it's whatever. I really recommend watching it. I don't recommend watching the show, but you do what you do. You're your own person, you know. But yeah, this was what's it called? This was Animals on Lily. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll check you out for next time when I talk about Impel Down. Peace.